it off the board is unlike APAC, I will say, but it'll make SSG actually have to take those gunfights, and I think that's what Scarz is looking for.
On top of that, this is Space Station's map pick after all, so they've watched Scarz's game against G2, and they're ready.
Sort of top rafters area and move in towards the garage breach, but even that's being opened by Faults at the moment. Although it has been blocked off slightly, he's going to have to expend another one of those Kiba barricades to close it off.
Oh, a really good opening kill. Hot and Cold goes down. A very aggressive play from Space Station as two of them fall. As I say that, a third goes down, and SSG, their chances of locking in this round look very grim.
Oh, absolutely. They just were getting outgunned. We actually saw Ashen try to go through the basement, and it looked like they were trying to deal with Fishlike down there, and Fishlike just ended up winning that 1v1. But on all fronts, the 1v1s that they took did not go in their favor at all. It looks like Scarz was pretty much ready for it, especially with Shoy. I got to give him props. He's playing in that garage so confidently. I don't see many players playing there, you know, having the confidence to peek out that garage breach.
It's calling for a reset as well from the remaining two attackers of SSG. They completely forfeited off the rush that they tried to do in garage, that mini execute through the mid round, and instead they've gone and flipped over their attack to the other side. Foles is going to try and look for a pick on the top of the cargo stairs, but it's been completely vacated. The nearest player is Pion over on the other side, but even he is down at the bottom of the stairwell, not giving away his life.
I love how Scarz, you can almost see the change in direction. From super aggression, they got their picks, immediately they're falling back to site. But as we say this, SSG's going for a play.
Faults has gone in, but he doesn't have a lot of options here. He throws out another Candela. There is Pion, player right at the bottom of his stairs. Faults is just desperate here. Oh, here's a big pick for Forest. A nice one taking down Rek. But that is the first of many that will be required. And SSG are so far from this control room bomb site. Faults sends a Candela in. There are so many corners in this bomb site. He won't even watch out for the flank. Forest caught out. There's no chance he can get to the diffuser, let alone the bomb site. And that will be a nice, quick, and easy lockout in the first round for the Japanese.
They got a little scared. He's probably going to hit that green side on the flank or towards garage. He's the player that you look for to make plays against Scarz. Tough
spot now for Washoy, looking in two-way pinch, but oh, there's Tayo on the other side of blue with a double down. Hot and Cold can claim one back, of course, on that down player, but there is J9O on his entry in through IT, and Hot and Cold to try and double back on it.
Yeah, Hot and Cold needs to have an impact here. He sends a drone in, but it is just a bait looking for some information, trying to find where those traces are coming from. SSG are poised. Despite drawing first blood, they do have a chance at getting back into this, and we might see Ashen revived here.
They're going to pick up Ashen towards blue, but it looks like Tayu's going to push up. He heard the revive come out. This is going to be a huge play if he can make it happen, but he's going to walk down the stairs, play it smart. I don't think they have an idea on him, but they're going to be a little careful. I loved how they took Garage against them, especially using that Blitz. Instead of using the Monty, they're using the Blitz to completely push out the Garage area, and that flank that I was talking about was Ashen going through blue. So he got shut down, but he's not out.
And this is good from Hot and Cold off the back of the garage control that you just mentioned. He's not going to go overzealous with it. Yes, he's still holding on to that rafters position, but he's not going to go dry peeking into the bomb site or anything like that. This is where SSG are really good at dialing things back and having a think about the execute, especially now that they're in the man advantage. They don't want to let go of this. Here's Hot and Cold on his approach in towards garage, and it's going to be initiated while one of his teammates flashing his way in.
Yeah, Faults does find Rek here. There's a good chance for Hot and Cold to open up this round. Pion peeking the corner, lands the kill, and now rounding another corner. Will need to find a second as this SSG player on the inside has flooded into the side. J9O to force down this diffuser. The C4 could have been huge, but he does dodge it just in the nick of time. Pion now has to do it all for Scarz, but the cover is perfect, and SSG claim their
first. The way that they're
first.
setting up for it, it'll be an aggressive push in that area.
Yeah, you called that exactly right. Hot and Cold making his way straight into storage. That's a rotation hole, and he's completely caught out Fishlike. You called it perfectly. SSG with a very fast clear of the ground floor, and they're just going to
rotate to the top floor of the map and try to deal with the other two roamers that are playing up here instead of progressing towards the site.
They might have really isolated the player as well. Go on.
Well, Hot and Cold has managed to find Pion, and Forest in tandem will be able to hack that camera, so this is falling apart for Scarz.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they've really done a good job in isolating these two roamers on the top floor. They've really only taken one fight at a time as it goes. There's been no opportunity whatsoever for Scarz to go for the refrag, but there goes Washoy, catching a player with his pants down on his ankles, now taking the door with another one on the other side, but we'll see if he can collect the kill. C4 to go out, not quite close enough to land it.
It seems to be looking for this aggressive pick, though. Washoy continuing to peek on through. He can't land the final shot, and eventually the shotgun itself does lose his life. Elsewhere, though, the action has seemingly gone down in favor of Scarz. Faults very close to the bomb site here. Blackbeard shield in front of his face.
That goes to show how strong that early aggression, getting rid of the mid-floor player who's kind of like the peanut butter and jelly to both pieces of bread. He's kind of trying to just fit everything in, and then you get rid of that player. Nobody was there to be able to assist the top two floor players. They ended up getting pieced up one by one. They couldn't make a connection, and they weren't able to stay alive long enough.
Tough spot now for the remaining two players of Scarz. What are they going to do? Are they going to try and sandwich these two players on cargo? But it actually looks like they're not going to do so. They have the diffuser in their hands, and Rek on the other side wants to fall back, and off the back of all his Legion mines, play it passively. Wait for that audio cue to come through to see if they're going in for the push.
His hacked cam gave a lot of information to SSG, but Rex simply needs to win his one. It could turn the game, could turn the round, but he gets flicked on by Faults. And as a result now, low time on the clock, SSG must push through, they must clutch, but both of these players rely on just a sliver of HP, and Tayo in an off angle right around the corner. This is the opportunity of a lifetime to collect the two freest kills. A quick spray. Once again, Forest clearing these keeper barriers. Hang on a second. What's this from Fish? Like he's looking the wrong way. Just on the other side of this angle, Janino could open up this round for SSG. He doesn't know it yet, but a quick swing will secure that kill, and a strong man advantage now for SSG as Washoy is feeling the pressure.
SSG did a good job at slowing the tempo here. They knew that Scarz was going to go for a play. Pyon unexpectedly picking up Ashen. Little damage on a... little chip damage on a Faults.
Did Pyon ever leave RT? Has he just been like here the entire time because the wall's been closed? Well, SSG, they didn't quite account for that, but what they are thinking about now is that they have the numbers advantage, and if they wanted to, they could floor onto the side. No vertical pressure for Pyon as they start to make their way on in. But there goes Tyro, and there goes Pyon for two of their own.
1v2 now for Pyon, but his position was known. He has a C4 to open up a vertical line of sight. He might be able to deny the plan, but SSG are very thorough and they're very cautious about it. They look to relocate. Time is ticking. Still enough for SSG to get it done. Forest is the man who must cover, but he loses his head! Pyon for two, Scarz! The Solus, he can check for any pre-placed drones. Previously, a player died on the top of those stairs, but Rek, from his position inside of Connector, finds the kill onto Ashen and falls back immediately. But here come the nades from below, like you said, Mandy.
Yeah, it seems like they're having a clear of the entire bomb site from down and up. And not just that, but I think J9O's got a little bit of value out of his Twitch drone as well. I did hear one of the mirror windows pop earlier inside of Connector. So slowly but surely, although remotely, SSG are starting to pick apart the side.
Fish still undetected all the way over by the green stairs, kind of rotating over, and Pyon so close. Scar's vicinity to each other has been so great, but hot and cold, and J90 are going to commence the Raptors execute.
Yeah, and on the back of that nade, it opens up, a Rek finds a double! How do they keep getting away with this? Looking for another now. Keep a barrier to protect him. He looks to take it down, peeks it with the pistol. Rek has been nuts. Pyon to close it. 4-1 kills between the two of them. SSG did have the read, but Ashen did not have the mechanics to back it up. He now has to win this fight, but Rek gets the better of him once again. Scarz start the round with an advantage.
The shots are just not hitting for SSG. They're going for a lot of these 1v1s, which they have been the whole round, the whole game, and there hasn't really been a tempo change from SSG. All they really tried to do this round is start a fake rush and still clear the roamers individually.
Here's this from Rek, continuing his roam. Hot and Cold should know where he is, but he loses his life again. How many 1v1s will SSG gift to Scarz?
Danger mode now. Player outside the breach as well. That's Forest downed by Pyon. So that 1-to-1 also going in the way of Scarz on the D side. Now with the 4-on-2 man advantage, it's looking pretty solid from them. But hey, look, it's SSG. Can they come back from this one?
Oh yeah, this is where they feel most comfortable because they can let loose, really look for those picks. But 4v1, all of Scarz coming back down the site. I mean, Scarz is just playing lockdown defense with these man advantages.
And both of these SSG players are very separated, looking for a pick. Scarz exhibiting extreme restraint here, and a perfect boost angle for Pyon. Finds him one kill. Faults can get a trade. 3 more to find, and he is right in the belly of the beast. That's a second one for Fultz. He sees a third, but coming from behind, Fishlike secures.
So far, Rush stunted.
There does seem to be some kind of a rush though here, Mandy, with that mirror being combated from the Glaz on the other side. However, Rhett goes down early, the player that has been on fire in this game. 10 kills so far, and he must sit down for the rest of the round. Ashen, looking for one. He spots the Blitz and he says, okay, it's my time to get out of here. He falls on back, but Pion's actually made his way inside.
Plant potential now for Pion. But there was 2 cap gun traps there.
Oh, no.
It's downed him, but not out. But the C4 can finish him off from Forest. 5-on-3, now advantage to SSG.
And restraint is being shown by SSG. They won't overpeak, but that said, Ashen did not fall back far enough and he is traded. Only a 1-player advantage now for SSG.
Bringing up Blitz and Glaz, they obviously have a direct setup. So these adaptations to kind of send the Blitz to deal with the top pressure, which is one of the main things that could deny a plant, and still going for that aggressive plant, almost looked like it was going to work. But those 2 Kapkan traps, they weren't paying attention to them. They know there's a Glaz, they're not going to peek it. So they just finish the guy out with a clean C4, but at least they got top floor control. So you could say this is a fair trade if they're able to buck the right angles and get the right position. But they only have a couple more smokes, and nobody's behind the Glaz to plant.
And Tayo's very low HP as well.
They do kind of have the time to do this. I'm kind of on board at the moment with what Fox is saying. They have just potentially the right amount of utility with 1 more smoke on the Glaz to make something work. They've got this player pinned down as well. Fultz on the other side. They know that he's pretty stuck where he is at the moment. Fishlike is going to try and piggyback off the back of one of the smoke grenades thrown out from Tayo, but no one is over-peeking onto him.
Great discipline from SSG. This is what we like to see. This is the change of pace that we were talking about. Going from super fast, always peaking, trying to get those advantages, to now just a standstill, waiting for them to make the play.
And here they go. That is the play indeed. Fishlike cover of the smoke takes down Forest, but critically, the diffuser is being planted, and SSG let it go by. Washoy to take down Fultz. This post-plant, despite 2 players of Scarz being low HP, is nigh impossible for SSG. Match point seeming imminent now for the Japanese. Genino will find a pick, and in fact a second down as well. And they might know it in just a second. 23 seconds on the clock, leaving Washoy in the 1 versus 2. Onus on him now to cover. He spots the first, takes him down. A 1v1. And an impossible task for J90. He has to make a miracle happen, but Washoy clutches the round.
And that's where they're going to try to find their opening. There's such a little amount of time, and if they're not ready for Fultz, but a player's going to go from below, Fultz is going to be pushed up. The Blitz get taken down with a pump. Fishlike is going to get the trade on the Fultz on the stairs, and now Ashen goes for the aggressive play. He gets 1. He's got the pump on Warden. He gets 3. And now it's a 4-on-1. Pion with 30 seconds, no case. It looks so far away, and this is the round, the crank that we were talking about.
Damn. Gotta say, Fox, not bad seeing Ashen step up and pump down 3 Scarz players. I'm so glad it was our North American caster that voiced it as well.
I was going to say, that's not bad from you. That was very good.
Do you want my job, mate?
That felt good. That felt good.
Pion 1v4, he's not even going to give it a crack. It's a lost round for Scarz. And hey, Fox, you said maybe Mango was implying that SSG... Bro, what's going on? Forrest, wake up. You've got that heartbeat sensor, and you should have seen that there's a sledge just around the corner. He does spot him eventually. But a few taps with that UMP will take down Washoy. And a great start there for SSG. Once again, they have the first pick.
Well played from Forrest, just nearly avoiding death. He was able to get the kill on the player with the nades from below. The pulse is the scariest factor when it comes to a storage defense. You can't plant really anywhere with that pulse up. So now that they know, hey, we have no one dealing with Forrest down here, he's getting free information on everybody pushing into Garage right now.
They need to go deep. I think you've called it exactly right, and there's Fishlike to at least back one up for Scarz, having lost the first pick, of course. And he's going to send a little bit of a Candela inside of storage, but no one off the back of it. No entry just yet.
Just patience from Scarz. They know that they don't need to make the move as of yet. They're waiting for SSG to put a foot wrong, to punish, to get the numbers advantage so that they themselves can flood into the site. And on the back of a Candela, Tayo tries but fails to do so. Rek now pushing upstairs. Oh, he saw for just a moment the tail end of J90. Re-peaking now, a dangerous affair. J90 survives the engagement.
Scarz need to find a pick here if they want to plant. They can't go deep. They can't go to the one spot where you can plant safely. SSG has a really strong crossfire, but Pion will be putting himself in a 1v1 potentially if he pushes against Ashen.
I must say, at every stage of the round, Scarz so far have lost the attrition game, but with only 25 seconds left to go, they need to make something work. They need to look deep in the strat book, in the playbook to see what they can find, and Rek is going to be there to kick things off.
Looking for a second, the diffuser call on the ground, hot and cold. Here's the jump in, he finds Fish-like. Rek needs to have a huge round now. 3 players, and he will fall. SSG are drone
not.
right past. The camera has seen it, so they know that Scarz have droned the area, but still do not have any information on Foltz's position. There's a big pick though. Forest goes down for Fish-like, and Scarz have the numbers advantage. That means Foltz needs to have an impact here.
He has the game-winning position, and now he's going to finally make his move, trying to clear out storage. They're unaware of him, completely unchecked. The Buck's going to be the first person in his contact. He's going to take him down with the plant denial spot. So if Scarz don't deal with him, it's going to be an ugly sight for trying to go for a plant.
They have to pivot. They're actually going to pivot in towards the bomb site. Potential mistake if they want to go in for a plant as they encapsulate around the bomb site. They're certainly starting to feel the gravity of the remaining 2 players. And Fish-like's just seen someone around the corner.
There's information. Pyon might be able to get a wall bang, might be able to see the position. He just needs to support his teammate. Fish-like goes in, but he's the last one left. 1v2 now, and he can't find the second.
To work on the squishy insides.
And what ended up being the difference maker the last time they played this attack was Ashen playing at the top of blue stairs. I wonder whether we'll see that again.
I'd imagine to see a flank from Scarz here. I really love what they're going to do with this Mira. I think as soon as they get a pick, they're going to reinforce it off and play the bandit on it.
Oh, there is a pick, but unfortunately for SSG, it was J90 who fell first.
You lose your E-box player. It's not the biggest thing to lose in the world, but Foltz downstairs with the denial. When you're the site players and you have a player in this game-winning position, all you have to do is stall enough time so that the pulse can inevitably win you the round.
Hot and cold in a dangerous position now. Not sure whether to reinforce the wall next to him because he knows there could be a player on the other side at any time. But with only 45 seconds left to go, the power of Foltz only grows stronger down below as he gets unchecked. Here goes Bashoy on his tango with Forest on the other side, but there goes Fish-like as well to try and clear that position. That's Hot and Cold going down. Now Pyon can move on in. 30 seconds left to go though, and they still don't know that Foltz is down below. They're not going to be able to get the plant off without it going unchecked, but Fish-like goes hunting.
Ashen on site needs to have an impact felt here by SSG as Scarz start to move on inside. Pyon is in plant position, but guess who is down below? It's Foltz with the round-winning play, but could it be a game-equalizing play? He is being hunted down below by Fish-like, and he dies! SSG now need another form of plant denial, but it may be too late. Ashen ran in the corner, finds one. It's a retake on for Ashen. 1v2. He knows exactly where that plant has been made. With Fish-like below, it's up to Washoy to close the game. A slap in the face of NA.
Ying, Blitz, Monty, Glaz, all of the crazy operators, the cheese operators. So them banning it out must mean that Scarz has something cooked up with the Ying, or that they've done in the past. It's not a little surprising.
Starts to come through. There goes Rek on the other side of the garage window.
Does he know? Does Ashen know? He's so close. He swings the corner and easily takes down Rek. The trade is quick though, and Washoy is able to even the numbers.
That's a good 1-for-1. I think Ashen taking that out, he wasn't really going to be able to get downstairs. They have Tayu already locking off connector, so he was pretty much stuck there. Going 1-for-1 is a good trade. It sets up the rest of SSG, who's playing inside bar and stock, to be able to roam there a lot longer. Wow, Force outside the map.
Is he stuck? I mean, how is he going to be able to fall off here? I think Motor Hatch is closed for him, so he's got to go down to bottom main. But Fish-like is here for the cutoff. They're also going to send in a drone to reconfirm his position as well. So Forest is in a do-or-die situation at the moment. He takes a little bit of HP. A player on the other side, but it's actually Foltz to help him out.
Yeah, Fish-like going down in the hallway is perfect. It's exactly what they needed. I'm not sure what information there was other than sound, but losing the Hibana as well so early in the round, on top of getting a man advantage, it's everything that SSG could hope for.
The communication between Forest and Foltz there to use that C4 in the kitchen hall, especially when Forest was trapped, was beautiful. I was scared because I didn't think Fish-like was going to be able to get that shot if he ran back. He decides to push in, which is the great play behind the drone, and Foltz's C4 with Forest's communication. That was just a perfect play C4. No information other than your teammates' comms.
40 seconds away and ticking as well. Washoy only now we're starting to make work through the vertical onto the floor, and that means that the back of Arsenal has now been vacated. But this is where Pion starts to matter. Come through the execute phase. Are they going to dedicate themselves to the kitchen hatch drop? No, they won't. They don't have the hard reach for it anymore, and they need to pivot and go for something down blue.
Smoke to try and cover up that mirror window, but this is very desperate now for Scarz. SSG in a straight shot position with Fultz just holding on to dirt tunnel. Washoy, a good nade here, but it doesn't quite land. He almost gets a shot off, but Pion finds the opener coming to support. Washoy gets one as well. Oh, how does it happen like this? Washoy's gone down to the Capcan trap. Pion looking for the plant, but Fultz can clutch the round
But
for
I don't know,
us.
it could be a preference thing as well. Meanwhile, the rest of Scarz are starting to work this con side of the map. There goes Ashen, aggressive in their mid-game, going out onto Wreck, but he's going to take him down. Meanwhile, though, Fultz still in the ground floor. Could do some dirty business come later on in the round if Scarz aren't ready for it.
Hang on, that's the Echo they just lost.
Oh, no way.
Absolutely, yeah. I think obviously he saw an intuition play. It looks like SSG is really trying to play with their aggression right now. Can't be mad about a play like that doesn't go well. Hot and Cold's going to try and trade it back. It's not going to work, but Fultz with this angle from bottom kitchen. He might get stuck here if they get that angle onto main stairs.
Yeah, and they do indeed have the gridlock track stingers to cover him off on that flank. Jen, I know, in a bit of an awkward position as he's going to lose his key, but barriers. He will use another one to secure his retreat back to the bomb site.
Solus has used her impacts now, so you can't rely on her being able to stop the plant. They do have one C4 on Bandit, but you can't, again, rely on the communication between the two to be what guides you through that plant. If both players are downstairs and they decide to push the site or go deep, it's going to be really difficult to stop that plant.
I mean, do they have to make a play here? They're in such a numbers deficit. Like, do they have to get aggressive before the execute comes through?
They're going to have to make a play on one of the areas, and it looks like that's what they're leading up to do, is retaking connector.
And here goes Fultz, close on the connector door, but with only 30 seconds left to go, Scarz have got to start to press the attack. They want to play in these off angles. That's what SSG wants to do, and Forest, like you pointed out earlier, is going to be the sole C4 from down below, but there goes Washoy on the backstab.
One pick for Scarz, two more to find. A nade almost lands, and J90 is finally cut down. Fultz, don't do this to me. 1 kill, 2 kills, but stabbed in the back by
Position on the
Pion.
red stairs.
It does seem like a sweep across the map is going to be the push of choice for Scarz, as there goes Tayo on his way in on the blitz.
And Washoy has come up the red stairs to finally take down Hot and Cold. A nice two-pronged attack from Scarz to cut down the first player of SSG as the rest of the team must pull back.
40 seconds though left on the defense. Ashen is going to fall back a little bit from his safe haven in Logi, but there goes Fultz from down below, undetected so far. And with the time ticking down, it's up to Scarz now to press the attack as they make their way in through Con.
Look at Ashen too. Ashen making his way downstairs. They're going to be playing the impacts and the C4 from below, but Washoy, low HP, but he has a plan. Will he be able to get these two away from the diffuser?
Washoy so close. Oh, perfect read, but Fultz just needs to round this corner. Washoy goes down to the vertical angle. Ashen has been perfect, but Pion has traded him on back again. Tayo pushes in with the blitz, finds the pick. 2 more players to go for SSG, but Fultz can take down that player. Jumping in the window, Tayo must plant. And it's up to Fishlike to cover. Forest, the C4 doesn't land. And the cover has to be from Fishlike. Fultz for 1, for 2. Forest comes in. Swoops in for
At
SS.
this point of resistance, okay, never mind. Maybe they are still going to go for it, but they have realized that they need a couple players either down on the ground floor or doing something else to catch off SSG as they look to deny this drop.
Indecision for a brief moment from Scarz. Pion goes down, but the shield does not protect him from Hot and Cold's fire. And a second, and a third, and a fourth now for SSG. It all comes down to Fishlike, flawless.
What's he going to do about it? Yes, he's going to try and send some grenades up from below, but really, it just doesn't feel like enough. Come the execute phase, with 30 seconds left to go, the logic bomb will ring out for Scarz, but it's looking dire.
SSG said make them execute. Let's see if Scarz can deliver on the promise. The diffuser almost down, but Pion denied the last second. Fultz for the flank. He gets a double the flick. And SSG, they might have the perfect read. They've made them execute. They've made them feel this pain. Fishlike desperate to get that diffuser, but the MVP of the round continues his onslaught. SSG cannot deny that they have won another round. 4-1 up in the advantage.
Bottom up, but Fultz doesn't care. He's gonna check the angle from down below to see if he can catch anyone. And in fact, 2 of those grenades, it's about to be 4 of them, are not going to sink onto a single SSG player. So all 4 of the grenades and a player himself, Washoy, has just been taken down the vertical. Actually, Rek has got 1 more in hands. Okay, thank goodness they can at least get a trade, but that was a very expensive trade.
Especially on time. The kill for time is not fair enough. All of SSG playing super far back. They still have utility to deny from below, and they also have Ashen playing behind all of these keeper barriers inside gym. It's going to be so hard to clear because you've used all 4 of your grenades for 1 kill.
Not a good spot now as Fishlike is now facing the resistance on the other side. Not only was there a mirror window, well, it's now been popped open, but there's also a shield at top main that he's got to face. Rek has got an idea that there is Ashen on the other side of this rotation hole, but doesn't have a grenade to sink into his position. Here goes the flood of utility, though, from Scarz. The flashbangs to initiate themselves in, but it's Ashen to meet them on the other side.
And he finds the first, looking for more, but doesn't feel a lot of pressure. Rek punishes an over-aggressive J90, but Forest is there for the trade, all up to Fishlike now. Fox, you said it, SSG have done it. 5-1 in the first half.
They'll be able to get all the hatches open, but I think they wanted to save those Habana pellets to be able to get that church wall and make feet holes in them so that they can have an easier way into church.
Oh, well, Ashen has found the first pick elsewhere. Rek has been misdroned, and there's no Claymore here. This flank could be huge for Scarz. He spots out 1 player on drone, and he will find that first pick. J90 goes down, but now the flank, the jig, it is up. And SSG look to crank on the bomb site. 4v4. Let's see if their executes are a shade better than Scarz's. Hot and Cold finds the first one, but a wall bang will fall victim for Forest. He finds the info, but Hot and Cold is the last one standing. Trapped in blue, low HP, and dancing around the fire. Scarz are poised to find their second round of the game. Doesn't look possible for Hot and Cold, but he'll give it a crack anyway. The crank was not there, but Scarz finally...
Jams over on the other side. It's going to put some safety, at least for a little while, for Tayo. With the shotgun in hand, he's going to round the corner, but not connect any shots.
Well, he's going to be forced to move now, and he does find the pick on the J90 elsewhere. Forest keen on the cover for Washoy, but there is a trade, and once again, back for Scarz. They refuse to let SSG slide with that numbers advantage.
Nice little 2-for-2 trade falling back. I gotta ask myself, where are the Thatchers when you're trying to get that wall open? If they would have got that wall open, it would have probably been a cleaner execute on the green side.
Mate, he's got 13 kills. You can't criticize him.
No, you're right. It's my bad. But where are those Thatchers going to be used? I'm very curious.
Ooh, close nade from Forest down below onto Fishlike to second down to just a little under half HP, but not out, okay? Just as I've said that, they have flushed him out to Hot and Cold. Forest to send 1 more up, but there's no one playing on the chassis. There's only 2 defenders left on the Scarz to stop the onslaught. And with 25 seconds left, it's Pion to kick things off to look for the first pick.
Oh no, he's caught in the tracks as he didn't want to shoot them and give away his position. But as a result, now much restricted movement for Scarz as Fultz and Hot and Cold with 2 L85s in hand, but Pion is prone and ready for it. He spots the feet, but he's in an awkward spot and round in the corner. Fultz for 1. The trade from Rek. A 1 versus 1 in favor of Scarz.
Now inside of the ground floor, he is the one with 2 grenades in his hands. The anchors aren't going to feel so safe now.
He's doing a phenomenal job at staying alive. Just staying alive as a roamer is the biggest thing. You don't need to get kills. You just got to stay alive, because now SSG has to worry about where Washoy is. Is he going to come up main? Is he going to come up blue? So they're going to have to start hitting the site, and they always have this risky feeling that they're going to get flanked.
Oh, and they might indeed. Washoy reveals his position, but he doesn't overextend. Hot and Cold caught in the crossfire, goes down as another roamer goes below.
The entry on in for Ashen, though, as they start to creep their way on into the bomb site. Only 35 seconds left to go, and it's False to open up the equation.
Oh, Ashen for a double. Another one now for J90. This round has flipped on its head, but Pion will not sit down. 2 more kills for him as J90 is the last one standing. There's information on the side, and this is going to be the easiest plant denial of his life. For any potential late round engagement, Forest needs to land the first bullet.
Going to make his way in, but with only 30 seconds left to go, it's go time for SSG as they start to plan out this mid-round. It's always quite tricky in these 5 versus 5 executes going into the basement. What do you do? It looks like it's going to be a kitchen hatch drop for them. They have a plethora of utility to try and flood their way on in. There goes one of the grenades from Hot and Cold to try and be sunk onto the triple player. Oh, but there's a player in Moto. That's Ashen on the other side to open up the equation.
First kill for Ashen, another one as Hot and Cold joins the fray. Time ticking now, Scarz have fallen apart. Flawless for SSG. And SSG has still yet to clear his position.
Playing inside the green box area is very risky. You have to be able to navigate through a minefield knowing exactly when and where the nades are going to come. If a drone spots you, you know a nade's coming soon after. These zombie barricades are going to keep the attackers at bay and give Taiyou a little more time. And I don't think they want to waste any more nades for this player. They only have one nade for Hot and Cold.
Oh, and Fishlike's found one elsewhere. Not sure where that went down, but Ashen's been a huge player. Red cannot secure his pick as he does down Hot and Cold, and Fishlike finds another one. Forest might finally take down Taiyou, but it's not going to happen. Rex taking out Faults. Both of the players on the balcony, the last one standing for SSG.
Not such a good spot now for SSG as they make their way in. It's Hot and Cold to try and double down the position inside of Con, but not going to work in his favor. Taiyou around the other side is going to claim the life of the final player of SSG for another round.
Able to shut down anybody that tries to rotate back from bar to the main stairs. But you're going to find yourself in a position where no one wants to be the player to go. But there's Forrest. He's always the player to go. Walks up red. He's able to shut down Rec and Connector. Wishoy's going to get taken down by Hot and Cold, dropping down on the launch dash.
Yeah, really solid breakdown off the top floor. Very much mini execute style as a bunch of them jumped in through the top floor at the same time. Now it's Fishlike in a man disadvantage to try and hold on to his position inside a lounge, and he does so to perfection, claiming a really nice headshot onto the player trying to rotate inside of blue. But here goes Taiyou as well, feeling the pressure of the man disadvantage, looking for his own play. He's going to be shot down. Hot and Cold to claim a second, but it's still Fishlike in a pesky position inside of lounge.
Over-aggression punishes Scarz. A big play to lose in Taiyou. Perhaps Fishlike's heroics could have brought it back. He actually has the diffuser now in storage, but SSG are playing this slow.
SSG has time to play with. They can make their way over to the diffuser. They don't have to worry about contesting Fishlike one-on-one. They should absolutely not give any 1v1s.
Oh, as you say that, I think you curse them. Fox Fishlike is under a world of pain though, and he is eventually traded. 3 kills in the round for Hot and Cold as Pyeong reveals his position, trying to hold on to that diffuser, but Hot and Cold finally locks in the game. The rivalry forged in Copenhagen continues here in Atlanta.
He was getting a bit meta. That Forest does like to bring the shield operators on their attack, and so Scarz letting both the Blitz and the Monty slip through. Does that spell like near disaster? Alarms ringing yet? Or is it chill?
To the second grenade, here comes Pyeong opening up the hatch and an avenue onto the bomb site for that Montaigne.
When they go for the plant, I expect a classic SSG retake, maybe flying up red, especially flying at the Monty to drop that diffuser down. A lot of times, there's not much follow-up behind the Monty entering into the site.
That being said, Wishoy is ready on red at the moment, and he's going to send in his utility as well. Here goes the Monty to be dropped, but is there anyone there to meet him? He's going to take down the Frostmat, and that's going to create the window of opportunity for Scarz to go in.
Oh, Fishlike finds that opening kill. Forrest was the perfect player to stave off that Monty for a little longer. But here comes Ashen. He's in the perfect plant denial position. He can't take down the Montaigne. Too many bullets are required. Finally, the kill comes through, but the trade as well. 2v2 now. That diffuser still cold on the ground. A long angle for Hot and Cold. He's hotter than ever. Wishoy with a goo mine in foot will have to push, and there's no option for him.
Control all the way in, right next to the bomb site, but taking down a lot of that plant, and is really going to set Scarz up for what could be a potential plan execute going in from train.
Fishlike is spending the whole round setting himself up to either walk through Snowdoor, walk up brown, walk up white. He's clearing all the info and all the utility, and he's hopefully going to be able to gather a little bit of info for him.
What's this?
Walks through train.
Aggressive play from Hot and Cold. He rounds the corner. He is immediately traded, but he has taken down Rec. As I say that, there's engagements all over the shop. Taiyou's got the down, and now the finish onto Faults. It's just Ashen left in a 1 versus 4, and he's in a very awkward position. Now revealed. Scarz know exactly where he is, and a quick headshot from Fishlike delivers the killing blow to... He's pulled out that goo mine. He's looking for a fight, but he's about to meet a player. Ashen has re-aggressed now, and Taiyou is planting somehow. Ashen finds the pick onto Rec, but will Scarz be able to confirm this plant? They indeed will, and they have full control of the dining site.
Scarz had a really good entry. The impact's going to come down to take out the blitz. Wishoy in the site unknown, gets one, gets traded down by Forrest.
This is a great position now for SSG. They found the picks that they need to make this retake possible, but Fish, like, he has not been detected. He's found the first, traded on back again. It all comes down to Pyon, and they know exactly where he is. Will he be able to deny the play? Pyon! 3 kills! A clutch to
On the
boot!
swing, not wanting to give away the man advantage.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing that there are 2 rifles up only for Scarz, as Pyon still just has this shield? Rek finds one, but the trade comes through quickly for SSG and traded back again. 2 versus 3 and a round that feels suddenly winnable for Scarz.
2 rifles with Pyon sure is making it feel like 3. Good trade. The Monty's getting great information and great positioning. That's the strength of having the shield they can't get shot through. But they're still going to have to worry about the player up top.
I mean, there's a player inside of the, like, between, like, K1 and K2, no? Like, right in the middle on the bomb chassis at the moment. I don't think Fish, like, quite knows that Ashen's just in this, like, slight off position. Maybe he does. Maybe he thinks he's in Rice. He definitely thinks he's in Rice. Ashen's going to pop up and kill him.
And now it's just Pyon, who Ashen also kills as well.
You have the Monty. J90 is making the professional player call, the very mature player call to fall back, call his teammates back, and really force him to plant.
That being said, I don't mind this from Scarz though. Even though they have seen the setup on piano, they haven't, like, squandered their wealth of utility on it. They still have a little bit of it left for the rest of the setup that's gone down in Freezer, but there's Hot and Cold to claim the pick back onto Rek. Fultz is feeling a little bit of that pain as well inside of Cocktail, but he can heal himself back up. And with only 30 seconds left to go, all eyes are on Hot and Cold as they look for the execute, and Fultz is going to double down on his pick.
Yeah, Pyon is in a really awkward position here, marching forward up the stairs towards the white stairs. Isn't going to net him much success. Fish, like, has to be a big player here for Scarz. 15 seconds in the round, and SSG continue the mantra of just letting them execute because they will be ready every step of the way. J90 for 2. Fish like the last one, but J90 picks them all.
Position for a little bit longer, but here goes Rek on his creep up through white.
What's he going to be able to achieve? Ashen is there ready for him. Rek goes down. Scarz might have had some form of an advantage, but it has been swiped away once again as this mini execute on the top floor is yet to find any success. Fultz so tempted to go out the window, but instead he falls on back to site.
It's a 4-on-4 with a minute. Falling back to site. They obviously have this interesting site set up. Scarz has invested so much utility onto that Cocktail site to not even be able to have thrown a nade out, not catch anybody on Cocktail. They do get a pick for their troubles. I don't even think they know that Cocktail is clear, so they're going to stall on top of all this utility. 2 nades out for free, but Wishoy's going to make an aggressive play right now. Looks like a spare of desperation to try and find someone.
Yeah, but if he does find Forrest here, it opens up another avenue for the attack. The site is not reading, it is mining. Will Wishoy check every corner, though? He's looking at the long angle, spots that player moving up the stairs, but does not check Forrest to his immediate left in the corner. As a result, SSG, the numbers advantage back in their favor. Fish, like, swipes it away once again. Fultz going for a big flank on the top floor. This is a round-winning play. If he can deliver 1 kill, it's all that's needed. Pyon in a 1v2. He's clutched up massively for Scarz in some of these rounds prior, but he will need to be called upon again. Checking the angle, Ashen's ready for it.
Well, 30 seconds ticking by as well, and even though the vertical pressure is in their hands, they still need to worry about Wishoy and below and the remaining of the anchor players. I wonder what Tayo and Pyon are currently doing on the bomb side. Oh, and there we go. Pyon to unlock things for the defense. With 20 seconds left to go, it's SSG to press the attack.
Pyon finds another one, and here comes Wishoy, the backstab. Hot and Cold, concussed by his own Zafir. He will fall. Pyon finds 3 on site, and a 4th. A massive round once again from the captain of Scarz.
It's definitely you too.
It's close. Anyway.
Instead of bringing the Solus and committing to it, they're going to bring the Pulse for just general info.
Wow.
What an angle.
All the way out from La La Land with a hole in the wall as well.
From the 3-point line. From the 3-point line.
That was half court, I tell you what. That was half court.
Half court shot.
Yeah, very nice start for SSG, but we've seen Scarz come back from the 4v5s before.
It looks like SSG is doubling down on this Cocktail clear with bringing the Grim. I'd imagine they try to clear out Christmas first. They're really playing the windows and trying to figure out where they want to execute from, where they want to invest this utility from.
Well, it is both of the catch operators off the back of what the onslaught could be at the moment from SSG. The Lion scan will ring true as the Grims start to sail out. And Washoy is feeling a bit of pain, but he's going to jump out. Oh, successful, but traded directly by the Claimer on the other side. It's Pyon, the last remaining player on the top floor inside of Pixel.
That's an amazing play because now they've cleared out all of the cocktail side. If Scarz decides to capitalize off this, I don't even think they know, but they could play up top for way longer because SSG has nobody on cocktail windows to put the pressure on the backside.
Sensor deployed.
Cautious game still for SSG. They know that there's still one player here, and so they want to send Hot and Cold in for the backstab. They've actually got live info on him at the moment. That's Pyon now making his way inside of Bathroom. There's no way he's falling off from this position.
Oh, but Hot and Cold does lock down on Wreck. Pyon locked in place from the Lion scan. What's going on? They're both looking the wrong direction. Hot and Cold gets the kill. Tayo with it all to do. 3 kills remaining between him and a big clutch, but this seems so far-fetched as he has now been spotted. Sees the player on the window. Oh, an accidental misclick for Faults.
And just as you were saying that SSG were doing stuff out of character and being methodical, they show us that they are still SSG, but Rack is going to open up the equation for Scarz, having a bit of an inkling that someone's coming in from Garage, but here goes Forest to lead the charge and spearhead the push. Tayo, though, is going to double down on the pick that Rack initially got, but there goes Faults playing the Glass Sense combination that you pointed out, but they're going to shift their focus to the second floor.
They are desperate to find Wreck. After he found that early pick, he has been loitering around this ground floor. He spots out Forest, and Wreck finds Faults as well. Forest must secure this kill, and the pistol does it. However, another player coming in. It's Washoy against Forest now. In the 1v1, in goes a nade. Forest the second one, and the C7 to lock it in there. Like spotted. Hot and Cold can't quite land that shot. Now 2 Scarz players come hunting. They are droned. A loose nade tossed in Rex direction. Does find nothing as Hot and Cold now in an awkward dance. Faults has found his entry, and Forest has repelled on inside. He's found one, but traded on back again. SSG continue fighting tooth and nail. 1 player down on the ground as Washoy must clutch against 4 players from Space Station in perfect position, and still information for Scarz. The diffuser going down puts Washoy in an awkward position. 2 players next to each other. He finds them both. Is it possible for him to cross? Is it possible that he could stick this? Where is Space Station? Hot and Cold doesn't have the time. The nade won't detonate in time. He's got it.
But do SSG know? Faults is on drones at the moment. It does make me think that they have some kind of read that there is a player on the ground floor. They're actually going to double down on a push going in. Oh, nice shots from Hot and Cold, but Washoy is there to trade one back.
What a pinch.
A lot of map control now for SSG as well.
Absolutely. Immediately after getting that kill, they convert it into taking full downstairs control to stop Scarz from retaking it. Now they have good position. They're trying to find the nade onto the Mira, opening up the site a little bit. If anybody's standing around here, it will be droned. There will be a nade coming soon. But where do you go from here? You have the basement floor, but you have to get up somehow. And it looks like Pyon set a pillar to watch red and brown. Rex obviously in the site, and you have Washoy on white.
Ashen as well rotating off the ground floor. Even though they've given themselves the control to do that, they realize that they need to start to shift their focus in towards the bomb side, in through this pre-execute phase. Now here's Faults. He's the one with the diffuser in hand. Where's he going to take it? He's the one that wants to send it in. Oh, but there goes Ashen, double backing on the control in the ground floor. But by the time that had happened, it gave a window for Washoy to go back down into the ground floor and actually claim his life. Now man advantage for Scarz, and the mirror window still up in the bomb side as well. Faults is going to be in a really tough spot if he wants to try and jump in and get the plant down.
Ashen was the win condition there. The fact that he went down is going to make it very hard for SSG to get in. They're all stacked up on one side of the map trying to get in.
And here comes the execute. 20 seconds left, and Faults has gone down. The diffuser Cold on the ground. Hot and Cold, he's been good, but he's not been great. And J90 left with it all to do in a 1v4. He will not likely find anything here. Scarz, a few love taps through that window. A jump out will secure the round for the Japanese.
He has a bit of a safe haven falling back in through Laundry. Here's Fishlight on his push in and up through the red stairs, knowing that there's a player off the balcony. He's going to look for the jump out, but J90 has the read.
Elsewhere, though, Washoy has found his pick. Hot and Cold been such a pivotal player in this game. We may well see another engagement here as Forest is so ready for this aggression from Scarz.
Scarz still having control of that second floor wreck. Not going down. Washoy still up there. SSG is having a difficult time clearing them out. Force is not going to be the one to go. He usually is. He's going to push in through top white, though, try to help his team clear out the second floor.
Oh, Faults. Moving on forward, Forrest does find that initial pick. Numbers advantage in favor of the American squad. Another pick, almost. It goes begging. Washoy gets back to site safely, but barely with any HP remaining.
Oh man, Washoy is going to be feeling the pressure now. Not too much HP left in his name and only a minute left to go now. What SSG still have to worry about is even if they go and translate their push down into the basement, Tayo has still got some of those yokai drones up, and that is going to allow them to then go for that plant tunnel if SSG leave it too late.
That is the biggest thing. 50 seconds is enough time, but not enough time if you have to deal with an Echo and a potential C4. Scarz, that is their win condition right now. If SSG is not paying attention to it, they also have to clear out the Vigil, who's going to be able to evade drones inside Coffee.
I think they know what's going on though, and SSG now feeling the gravity of the bomb site with the final 30 seconds left of the round. They are going to send in a little bit of that utility, opening up at least some of the freezer wall, and they're going to drop the hatch now. It's Faults to make the entry.
Washoy has to have an impact, but he goes down with no resistance. Tayo, 2 yokais hiding, looking for a chance, but it doesn't stick. He gets a second. The plant's gone down. Space Station are looking for liftoff. Scarz, disastrous. And it looks like a new rivalry is taking shape. But NA get the last laugh. Fire up the engines. Space Station blast through Scarz and stave off elimination from the Atlanta Major.